This is Rob Tebbutt from Behind the Gloves. I'm delighted to be joined by, do you know what? A lot of people keep telling me that you're a prospect. Now I disagree. Now can you clear this up? Are you unbeaten super lightweight prospect Josh Taylor, or are you unbeaten super lightweight contender Josh Taylor?
Well, what do you think?
I think you're a contender. I think prospect is somebody who's on the cusp. I think you're sort of thereabouts. Would you agree?
I'm a bit there or thereabouts. Yeah, I'd still say I could probably still call myself a prospect as well. You know, I've only had 11 fights, but you know, at the same time I am knocking on the door of big fights, so you could probably say I'm a contender as well. So I don't know. It's really up to you. I'm not really that bothered, you know. So
right, I'm going to go with contender.
It's up to you.
I'm going to go with contender. This is Rob Tebbutt from Behind the Gloves. I'm delighted to be joined by unbeaten super lightweight contender Josh the Tartan.
Could have been a contender. Could have been somebody.
Instead I'm just a bum. How are you, Josh?
I'm all good, mate. Yeah, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Thanks for having me down here today.
Yeah, it's been good. You just missed a good sparring session actually, so you just missed that. Feeling pretty good for at the end of the week as well, so it was good.
That's sparring with Chris Congo, I believe.
Yeah, Chris Congo. Yeah, 10 hard rounds at the end of the week there. Right good fast pace as well. So right skillful spar as well. So I am happy with the way it went, and looking forward to the fight in a couple of weeks' time, or 3 weeks' time. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm happy with the way things are going and the way things are falling into place now. The time is coming, the sharpness is coming, and the fitness is there now. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
Tell me a little bit about the aftermath of your last fight. Very impressive performance against Miguel Vasquez, becoming the first person to stop him. So yeah, just break down that performance. I mean, now you've had a little bit of time to look back at it.
I think it was quite a good performance all in all. I've watched it back a couple of times. I think it was quite a good performance, but I think I was just a little bit too eager at times, a little bit trying to push it a bit too much, and making a bit of mistakes, coming forward, rushing it a bit at times, and trying to hit him with big shots instead of just, you know, chopping the tree, as the old saying goes. Instead of just chopping at the tree and breaking him down slowly, I was trying to get him out there with one shot and missing, and getting caught with silly counters when I was switching off and all that sort of stuff, just due to the fact I didn't respect his power and all that sort of stuff. So once, after about 4 or 5 rounds, I switched on and started relaxing, and you know, that's when my better boxing skills started coming into play. So I'm pretty happy with the performance, to be honest. So there's always criticism there, and there's always room for improvement anywhere. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the performance. Yeah.
Now that was obviously following on from your win over Ohara Davies. 2017 was a pretty good year for you.
Yeah, a great year. You know, I think it's a year where I announced myself as a top fighter. You know, I've always believed in myself and my own skill set and my ability. So I think last year showed to everybody that, you know, everybody now knows that what I'm capable of, and can potentially be involved in big fights this year, if not definitely next year.
Tell us a little bit about Humberto Soto, who is of course your opponent on March the 3rd. Now we know he's a rugged, tough Mexican, former world champion. Yeah. How is he going to present a different style to you when compared to your other opponents? I mean, what's he going to bring to the ring on March the 3rd? Well,
you know, you don't really know until the first bell rings, really. So you can only plan and make a game plan and see how it works out. But I think he's going to be very experienced, use all his experience at the ring, move around the ring, you know, try and, you know, nick a few rounds, and maybe even come and try and, he might even come and try and get me out there in the first couple of rounds. I don't know, I really don't know, but all round he's a much better fighter than Miguel Vasquez. I think he throws his punches in better punches, you know, bunches, sorry. Good, better body puncher, and he can come forward and fight, and good defence and head movement. So he's got it all, really. It's another good step up in class, but one that I'm fully confident in winning. You know, absolutely no doubts in my mind at all.
Now I think the WBC title is still held by Terence Crawford. I don't think he's officially vacated yet, but I mean, by all accounts, he's moving up to 147.
Was there no rumour?
Oh no, he's fighting. It's Ramirez,
and someone else was fighting for it. I think.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. I think so. You're right. I think it was them two that were going to be fighting for the vacant one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's unclaimed.
So it's unclaimed, yeah. A couple of the belts are unclaimed. Yeah, it's great. It's wide open, you know, and it's an exciting time, and it's perfect timing for me as well. Perfect opportunity, you know. I'm just coming up. I'm coming into my sort of prime years of my life, and the opportunities are there, you know, to win a belt and then hopefully go on and unify the division at some point, you know, and then maybe even further down the line, you know, this is way down the line, step up in class, you know, and then become a 2-weight world champion. And that's the goal, that's the dream, that's the intentions. But you know, you just take it one fight at a time. We've got to get past this one on the March 3rd first.
How do you see that fight going between Ramirez and Imam? I know Ramirez is unbeaten. I think Imam lost to, names escape me now, guy fought Adrian Broner last time out.
I don't know. To be honest, I've not actually seen Imam fight, but I've seen Ramirez fight a couple of times. I obviously watched him in the Olympics. He was in my weight class at the Olympics as well in London. Very good fighter, very skillful, you know, comes forward and good defence. Make that Mexican style again, you know, but he can box and fast hands and that as well, power, good left hook to the body, so he's a very good fighter. I would probably, for going on the two that I've seen, I think I've seen the man once, and for going on that I'd probably say Ramirez, just because I've seen him more, and I think he's a good fighter, so I'd probably say him.
Now, after the last time we saw you on TV, you were doing some punditry, I believe, for the Anthony Yigit fight.
That's right, aye.
That fight, I think, is probably the first time I've ever seen somebody turn down a fight at ringside after the fight. Did that surprise you?
A wee bit, yeah. He's now going to say, oh, he priced himself out the fight when we offered him for the fight. We offered him, obviously for the fight, and he come back with a totally different, silly offer, like with amount of money, and just never even responded to it. And so he's kind of like just went away, and now he's got I think it's a final eliminator. He's got, is it next? I mean that's a bit frustrating, because I'd love to have fought for a European title before I get into bigger fights. You know, there's still room. I suppose there's still time that I could probably go and fight for the European title. But I think that would have been a great fight. I think I would have come out on top, but you know, I think it would have been a great fight. But it was quite funny to watch him. He's respectful, you know, he's respectful, he's a nice guy and I really like him. I've not got bad words to say to him, but he kind of ducked the fight live on TV, and but he obviously didn't want to fight, so it is what it is. I'm not really bothered, but it would have been good to get that an opportunity to fight for that European title, definitely.
Now, you've progressed really well in your career so far. It seems to me that a lot of people in boxing will get a marquee win, for example, your win over Ohara Davies, and then they want to jump forward and push for world title straight away. I'm not saying that you're not capable of that, of course. Has there been like a conscientious effort for you and your team to sort of to hit the mark, so say European title next, and not be rushed into a world title shot so early?
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not daft, you know. I do believe, like, if my opportunity was to come and fight Mikey Garcia next, I'd take it, and I believe that I'd do well and I could win the fight. That's me personally, you know. I would jump at that chance and jump at that opportunity. I don't think there'd be any fighter out there that wouldn't. Otherwise, they're in the wrong game if they wouldn't. So, me personally, I'd take it tomorrow. But being smart and being realistic, I know I need a wee bit more experience. You know, it's only my 12th fight coming up here, so I believe I need a wee bit more, you know, sort of learning fights and testing fights. Maybe a couple more testing fights before I get into the deep water, you know, for the world titles and that. I believe I've got the talent, I've got the ability, I've got the skill set, you know. I think I've got it all there to become world champion. I just need a wee bit more experience first, I think. And I think that's a smart way to go about it, you know. So I believe in my team, they're doing a great job, so I just leave it down to them, yeah.
You mentioned Mikey Garcia fighting Sergey Lipinets for a fraction of the £140 titles. How'd you see that fight going?
I don't know. I think Lipinets might give him a few problems, to be honest, because he's really sharp, you know, comes back with fast counters and quite slippery legs, as you say, and good head movement, comes back with fast combos and things like that, so I think he could give Garcia a few problems. But on the other hand, Garcia's a really good fighter as well, you know, good timing, good solid puncher, and since he's come back he's been knocking everybody out, so he looks like a bit of a machine, to be honest, so it's got the makings of a good fight. But I don't know, I'll probably sit on the fence for that one. I couldn't call that one. I'm not sitting on the fence, but because I couldn't care who wins, I'd fight the two of them tomorrow. But I don't know, I couldn't call that one. Possibly Lipinets with skill set and sort of boxing, but then again, Garcia might catch him with one of his big left hooks or something, you know. So I don't know. it's got the makings of a great fight again. It's another one that I'll be watching with some serious interest.
You can be a fair promoter, I think, Josh.
Aye.
Good little breakdown there. You obviously box.
Tornado Promotions.
Yeah, hey, one step at a time. You're already talking about being 2 weight world champions, now you're going to have your own promotional company.
That's it. That's it. Dream big.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, so you're trained by Shane McGuigan. Part of McGuigan's stable is George Groves.
Yeah.
Is in action next week. I know you're going to watch the fight in Manchester. Just tell us a little bit about how George has been looking in the gym. I know you cross paths and what have you. Yeah.
George is this camp is really firing on all cylinders. His fitness is unbelievable. See the circuits we've been doing. You know, the Tebbutt circuits, real cardio circuits, proper leg burning and really like almost crying in pain with circuits. And I'm usually one of the tough ones on the running to get going on the sprint machine and that. But George is like sort of like 2-3 levels above me on the fitness this camp. He's really put it in, punching a lot more bunches as well, and punching with real power, and the sparring and stuff as well. I think it was just the other night there, he dropped his sparring partner really heavily, so he's looking really good. I think it's only going to be one way. I know it's a bit biased, obviously I'm in camp, but I think it's only going to go one way. I think it's got to be a Groves knockout, to be honest.
Now you mentioned that George has been putting in the hard yards for cardio. A lot of people who are picking Eubank Jr. to win the fight talk about his engine and the fact that George historically has shown some slowing in some fights.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's going to play any type of factor going into the fight?
Well, like in terms of
George's engine against Chris's engine?
Well, it depends. George's engine's great, as I've just explained in training there. He's outlasting me and all the running and all the circuits and things like that, and he's still able to go more. He's got plenty in the tank to go. He's throwing more punches than I've ever seen him before in the gym and on the pads. So if it's going to be a fast-paced fight, I've no worries that George's engine's going to fail him. You know, it's going to be brilliant. He's in great shape, but I don't think Eubank's going to come out and fight at a fast pace. I think he's going to be quite cagey and quite, you know, try and maybe outbox him a wee bit, but I don't think he's got any chance to outbox George. George is too big, too strong, and too smart, I think, boxing wise. So I can only see one way is I'd say probably about 6-7 rounds Groves knockout.
So
that's my prediction. You know,
I was going to say you're not sitting on the fence on that.
I'm not sitting on the fence. I just really think that I just think Eubank's a bit too small for him. You know, he's quick and all that, but I don't think he's going to come out and be. I don't think he's stupid enough to come out and just rush at George, because he'll walk into a shot and he'll get knocked out. He's not going to be able to walk through George's shots. So I don't think he's going to come out and run at George. So, and if he tries to box him at a pace, or tries to box him, outsmart him, George is too clever for that as well. So I only see one winner on this fight, and it's George Groves.
Now, somebody we mentioned earlier on in the interview is your old pal, Ohara Davies. Much publicised acrimony between yourselves during your fight last year, certainly during the build-up to the fight last year. Just wanted to gauge your opinion on the whole saga involving him recently with his tweets and what have you. What's your opinion on what happened?
Bro, I think his mouth and his lack of, you know, intelligence with things, what people are going to think about things before he speaks, is his own worst enemy. You know, that whole situation could have been avoided if he had just stopped and thought what he was saying for a minute. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think he actually knew what was happening with Hillsborough and all that. I don't think he knew anything about that. But the things when he's gone on about, you know, Robbie Davis's Junior's dad and things like that. Yes, he's saying he didn't know his dad was ill and all this sort of stuff. But you don't talk about people's family anyway. That's respect. You don't talk about people's family or fathers anyway. You know, you should fucking know that. You don't speak about people's family. He's trying to blame it on he didn't know. Just stop and have a fucking think for a minute, like, before you speak. I mean, it's his own fault, really. I think it's his own fault. So, aye.
Do you think it's just one of those cases of flying too close to the sun one too many times?
Yeah, maybe just, you know, you can see what he's doing. He's trying to wind people up and get fights going and all this and that, but you've got to draw the line with some of the things that you say. You know, he maybe didn't know that Robert Davies' dad was ill, didn't know about the Hillsborough, but you just stop and have a think for a minute before you say things like that are going to get reactions. You know, because it's look where it's got him. It's not done him any good, is it? So that's it really. He's his own worst enemy with his mouth.
He sort of played the rhetoric of being thrown under the bus lately.
Yeah.
That sort of popped up on Twitter. Is that something you'd agree with, or do you think?
Well, he maybe was. You know, I don't know. I've not read too much into it. He maybe was thrown under the bus, but he's trying to say that he can't think for himself before he says something. You can't stop and think, oh, will people take offence to that, or what am I saying here about somebody's dad, you know, or somebody's family, before he goes out and says something like that. You've got to be able to think for yourself, for God's sake. So, is what it is. You know, he's done it. He's made a mistake. He's moved forward. You know, I don't think there was anything to do with the Hillsborough, that thing with Tommy Coyle. I don't think it was anything to do with Hillsborough at all. I think people did possibly blow out of proportion a little bit, but you know, you shouldn't say things like that. You know, but anyway, is what it is.
He's obviously moved over to Frank Warren.
Yeah.
Frank Warren has quite a blossoming stable of super lightweights. One of which, well, the ex-lightweight champion Terry Flanagan is now moving up to 140 to fight Maurice Hooker. Just wanted to gauge your opinion on that fight.
Well, I don't know much about Hooker or anything like that, to be honest. To be honest, I'm not much like a boxing enthusiast, and I don't follow other people's careers and what paths are going. I just solely focus on myself and where I want to go, and focus on the top fighters that I could possibly fight. You know, watch their styles and things like that. Like domestically, I watched Terry Flanagan. I know what his style's like. He's a good fighter. You know, busy, really busy, good and combination puncher and all that sort of stuff. I watched Ohara before I fought him. I watched other fighters before I could potentially fight them. But in terms of being like watching all over boxing, I'm not really properly follow it that much. I've watched the fighters that I like, and my favourite fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard and Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. I watch all them sort of things, but I'm not really much a huge boxing follower, to be honest. I just watch what's going on with me, what's relevant to me, and just concentrate on myself and where I want to go. Really, that might sound a bit selfish, but you know, I'm just focusing on where I want to go. I didn't really take real interest in what's happening round about. Obviously, I watch big fights and I watch, you know, all the things that's going on, but I don't follow it intensely, to be honest. I'm just kind of like just take it as it comes, really.
Just one of those things that because you put so much into camp and things like that?
I think so, yeah. I'm round boxing all day, every day, and when I get away from it, I just like to switch off from it. I'd rather go away, do something with my girlfriend or my family or my wee sister, or you know, go and take the dog walk, or go and watch some bike racing with my dad and things like that. You know, just switch off from it. You know, and when I'm in camp, or I like to watch boxing. I like to watch big fights, and I like to watch my favourite fights and all that sort of stuff. But I don't follow the ins and outs of every single, you know, fighter that's going on. It's just the ones that's round about that I could possibly fight potentially. That's about as much as I follow.
I think if you did it all the time, and everything would probably get to the stage of just being a bit too much, like over.
Yeah, they're just thinking about it too much. You end up feeling a bit like a robot. So I like to do my boxing and do my wee bit of studying that I do, and then switch off from it, and go and enjoy other things.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, your fight with Ohara Davies was like this built-up fight between two young prospects, both undefeated. Recently we saw something similar in a sense of two young undefeated fighters fighting against each other in Lawrence Okolie and Okolie-Chamberlain. Did you catch the fight? Yeah,
I watched that. Yeah, I went to Shane's to watch it on Saturday. Didn't really catch fire, did it? It was a little bit of a letdown in terms of the fight, you know. But I think big, what's his name, Okolie, he just looks so awkward. Like he throws that right hand from miles away, and you can see it coming, but it looks so awkward, and then he falls on top of you and he holds you, and then Isaac looked so much smaller than him, and he didn't look like he had the strength to fight him off, and it was like a real clash of styles, and it was made for quite a bad fight to watch, a hard fight to watch, really. I think the right fighter won. Big Okolie won. He'd hit him with good shots and dropped him and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was definitely the right winner on the night. But it was just a wee bit disappointing in terms of action. You know, in terms of action, it was a wee bit disappointing. But you know, sometimes that happens.
Have you ever been involved in a fight like that where you just sort of can't? It seemed to me like Isaac Chamberlain struggled to just get Okolie's rhythm, that kind of awkward style. Has that ever happened to you in a fight?
A few times, aye. You'd maybe like, you know, there's a lot on the line because it's two. They're headlining it though too, and a big massive bill. It's been hyped up, you know, and all the drive and the build up to it, you know, and all the media attention and everybody talking about it. That can put a lot of pressure on fighters, and it can mess with your head, and it can make you kind of tense. And I think that's looking back on it, watching Chamberlain coming out to the ring, he looked like a piece of cardboard, like tense, you know. He just looked too tense, like the occasion got to him a little bit, kind of on the big stage. It kind of like looked a bit too tense, didn't get flowing. So therefore, and Big Okolie looked quite nervous and loading up, trying to hurt him, and so the two of them looked quite tense in the big occasion, and it just made for a kind of awkward fight. And the two of them never really performed at their best, but you know, the right guy won, and Big Okolie got the job done. He did what he needed to do and won. Yeah. Did
that happen to you at all with the Ohara fight? How did you stay calm and stay focused? Because that was another fight that had a lot of hype behind it, a lot of build up.
As I say, I don't let the hype and that get to me. I'm not really into all that sort of building up the hype and all that. I'd rather just stay away from it. And we're going to fight anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just take it as it comes. I'm just enjoying the ride. You know, I'm doing what I love, so I'm just enjoying it. It's only going to last another 6-7 years maybe tops. So I'm just enjoying it. I don't let it get to me. What's going to happen is going to happen. So you just take it as it comes.
Well, we know what's going to happen next. You're going to fight Humberto Soto on March the 3rd. How's that fight going to go?
A Taylor win. I possibly think I could stop him and stop him early. But like I said, you never know. Just until that first bell rings, you don't know what's going to happen. So take it as it comes again. But I think a Taylor win, and I think I could get him out of there and possibly quite early, yeah.
Do you think the inactivity of Soto, I don't think he's fought for about a year there or thereabouts. Would the plan be to start early, try and make him feel the pace early on? Because he's somebody he's battle tested, isn't he? You know, he's been around for a while.
Well, I'm not going to give away my game plan on tape here, am I?
See, I've just been paid by Soto's team to try and find.
You could be a spy, a double agent. To be honest, I'll just take it. The plans to obviously I always fight at quite a high pace and that anyway. So plans to go out and stamp my authority quite early and hit him with good sharp shots behind my jab, no diving in, no rushing in, have a look at him and for the first round, see what it's like, and then take it from there. You know, as long as I'm getting behind my jab and getting and boxing well, everything will come off of that. If I can't get my jab off and my timing, then it's going to be a bad performance or the first couple of rounds. But you know, see as it comes, take it as it comes.
I said that a few times. I like it. It's grounded. I like it. It's good. Excited to be back in front of the Scottish crowd.
Yeah. No, they always make the experience brilliant. The atmosphere is always electric whenever I go and fight up there. They're really noisy and they're really passionate. So I really enjoy it, and all my mates are mad. They always make some mad noise. So yeah, it's good. I've got great support, and I'm really appreciative of all the support that I'm getting. You know, the support back home and the messages I get and encouragement, and everybody following me, and all my mates coming through and following me, and my family and people from abroad coming over to watch me and messaging me and that as well. It's really nice and really humbling, and it just gives me that wee bit extra more drive to you know put on a good performance and don't let them down. So I just want to say thank you for the continued support, and I'll see them all in again on March 3rd.
2018, the year that we bring World Championship boxing back to Scotland.
Hopefully, yeah, definitely. If it's not this year, definitely next year. So yeah, definitely.
We'll take it as it comes.
Take it as it comes.
Okay, well, Josh Taylor, unbeaten super lightweight contender, definitely contender. Thanks very much for speaking to Behind the Gloves.
Cheers.
Look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Nice one.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.